welcome back. I'm your host today, Mr. Mobile, and today we're going to be going over every single thing that is brand new in this week's Fortnite Creative Update. And here we are, for some reason, beside a nice pool of water here, and there is a specific reason for that. And that is if we go into Creative here, we've got a brand new device, the Fishing Zone device. Now we're going to go over this first before we go over all the other stuff. This here, you kind of need to place it inside real water. Okay, I guess this is not the correct type of water. Let me find another map. Okay, so I've just went ahead and made an island here. I've actually never went on this island, I don't think, and this is actually a really nice shape for an island. I'm gonna have to use this one more often. But anyway, let's go ahead and bring the fishing thing out. Now if we place it here, as you see, it's now white, but if we go ahead and place it over land or anywhere above water, it is red, and that's because unfortunately you have to put it above water. And as you can see, it then adds the fish underneath it, and you can change the settings and all on that, and it looks like it has to be this high off the ground. In the settings here, you can do enabled during phase. That's pretty simple enough. Uses allowed, this is pretty cool, so we could fish out of this right now an infinite amount of times. We can fish anytime we want, but we could change this to Battle Royale, and that's like from 1 to 3 times you can fish from it, so it's a wee bit of a random one. But then you can change it all the way up 100 uses, yes. And then you can do enable when receiving from and disable when receiving from. And then you've got when caught, transmit on, so if you catch a fish or a gun or whatever you get out of it, it will transmit on a signal. So that's very cool. Why did that move there? That's weird. Okay, but anyway, we've got 2 new vehicles here to do with the summer update. And we've got ourselves, first of all, the boat. We're all familiar with the boat. And it doesn't actually have a wee platform under it. They most likely thought we were going to probably place this in like on top of the water, so they didn't add a background onto it, which is, I guess, pretty cool. It's pretty fine looking, no? But then we've also got the surfboard here, and that only appears when the hoverboards were around, and they were all changed into surfboards around summertime. But yes, the boats work all the same. You can still drive them and all that. You could probably shoot that. The settings in it, pretty much the same as all the other vehicles. You got respawn time enabled and visible in game. That is most likely just this bit here, the kind of hologram bit. And then you've got support wraps and vehicle health and all, which is pretty cool that you can change the health. And then you've got all these here channel settings, which we've all had before as well. Now when we come over to the surfboard here, let's go into the settings first. It's literally the exact same again, all the same settings and all of that. Now what's interesting about the surfboard is it didn't used to be like this, because the surfboard was first released in the chapter 1 map, so you could drive it on land. But now that we've kind of got water, now that we don't die but when touching, they've now updated the surfboards, so you go slow on land but you go fast on water, which is actually a really cool little change compared to what it used to be. And I gotta say, this wrap is pretty nice on the surfboard, a bit weird looking. That is the 2 new vehicles. Now we've got the race manager, and we're going to also grab a race checkpoint here just to show what it's all about. So let's go ahead and let's place one of these down here, and we can grab another one, put it over here. We'll change this to maybe checkpoint 2, around this way at number 5. Now let's go ahead and place this here race manager down, and if we go into settings here, we can name the race, which is pretty cool. So let's name it subscribe. Yeah, there we go, subscribe, we're naming it that. So number of laps, this is really cool, because before this device you had to place several ones of these circle things to go through, but now if we just put this up, we could maybe do 3, we'll do 2, it'll be nice and quick. Start race on game start. This will make the race start as soon as the game starts up, obviously. And now these are pretty cool. The display arrow one HUD, this is like a wee yellow arrow that appears on your screen and it points to the next kind of checkpoint. Display checkpoint markers, little kind of blue markers appear inside the circles so you can see where the next one is. Navigation arrow fade in range, this is just the range of the arrow depending on like how close or how far you are. That's all kind of simple enough. And then you've got all these here channels: start race when receiving from, on race completion transmit on lap completion transmit on, and on first lap completion transmit on. So you could set it up so on lap completion transmit on channel 1, and the channel 1 will give each person a point or anything like that, and then race completion will be when you complete the race. Now let's go ahead over to the boat here. It does, and as you see, it says subscribe up there. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool way to advertise yourself. As you see, there's a wee yellow arrow there just underneath where it says subscribe. Why is it this one? Oh. And then we can just go ahead around this. Now as you see, it says 2 out of 10, but I placed only 5. So it is indeed duplicated them kind of like twice. And as you also see, there's the wee marker on it, that big blue thing there. I would usually turn that off. Instead, I would have the yellow arrow. But it just depends on what way you want. But as you see, we're going back over here to the first one, and it just repeats it, and it will say final. I done that in 1 minute and 10 seconds. Look at that, I'm a big pro. Now you might think that's everything in devices because that's everything up here, but if you go ahead and click on recently added here, at the very bottom here there's the fishing rod barrel, and that'll be on the left side here just underneath the vending machine, but that might change in a future update. And this is basically just to allow you to get fishing rods just like in the real game, and it's actually really cheap. It's only 462 memory. But yeah, you can search them, you can get fishing rods and harpoon guns, and you can place more down and search them again. Oh no, these are just lying here now, but now that is all the new devices. Now there's nothing new in weapons, unfortunately. I was kind of wanting maybe something new to fight with, but we did get a lot of new stuff in consumables. So as you can see, we got ourselves some fishies. We got the spicy fish, the stink fish, the hot flopper, jellyfish, the Midas flopper, the shield fish, the snowy flopper, the thermal fish, and the cuddle fish. We got basically all the types of fish in the game. The only one we didn't get was another legendary one that shows where opponents are. Maybe they'll bring that out in the future. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like the same name as the skin from season 9, I think it was, the last skin. We also got the fishing rod and the pro fishing rod, and that's basically it. We did also get a new gallery here too, the hub version 2 logo gallery. As you can see, we've got all these. I'll just place it down here, the full thing. I have to place it way over here for some reason, but yes, as you can see, these are the wee holograms in the new hub. But anyway, that is everything that is new in the Fortnite Creative Summer Update, and there were also leaks of a new device as well, something to do with videos, but it might come soon, it might not, as we think it might be to do with the Lamatron, which was another device meant to be like a giant TV that played videos on it. But anyway guys, we're going to leave it there, and remember to subscribe. Thank you for 800 subscribers, but subscribe now and be part of the under 1k sub club. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one, and goodbye.